What's going on, everybody? Here we are, another Team Yankee game, 120 points. I'm at Scott's Basement of Doom. We both decided to go defend, and we ended up getting free for all, which has meeting engagement for both sides. Scotty, why don't you do the honors and go through what you brought
Okay,
to the table?
I'm basing on an Anzac formation as the primary. So I have two mech platoons. First platoon here, 4 stands of M60s, 3 stands of Carl Gustavs, 4 113s.
They spearheaded headed up because of the German lynxes.
Because of the lynxes. Second platoon is over here, same formation, 4 M60s, 3 Carl Gustavs, vehicles in the front. Then I have a platoon of 4 Milans with their vehicles, and then over this far side, platoon of 4 Milans and their vehicles, and the Rover platoon. So that's my Australian component. From the British division, I have 4 track rapiers, and 4 M109s, and 2 lynxes off table. And then I brought with me, just to give me a bit of power, I brought a West German Leopard 2 formation.
Yeah,
So I have a platoon of 3,
just a bit of power.
platoon of 2, a recce troop of 2 lynxes, and the commander.
Excellent. So just to remind myself, the British component of your Aussie army, that's not an extra formation, you can just take them as support, is that right?
Correct. Because in the way Team Yankee was written for the Australians, they were on exercise with the Brits, so
Yeah.
you draw from the British.
So much like the Canadians just pull in some West German stuff without having to do a formation.
Well, so when you go into the Australian Nations book, in the support, there's all this British support.
Yeah, so similarly, I think the Canadians, can take some West German stuff as support.
I think they draw it as an allied, don't they?
I don't know, I don't play Canadians, even though I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
I decided to take 2 formations, so it's what I've been working on for the past little while here. So I have a cavalry formation whose commander is, I honestly forget where. Commander's right here. I've got 3 scout sections. So I've taken my ITVs and pulled one of the turrets off on each one. I still have yet to decide what turrets I'm going to put on for the machine gun guys. So I've got two units of scouts over there. In that formation also is M109s, which is nice. And the tanks are part of the formation. Down, where did I put my second unit? Oh yeah, my second unit. My third unit of scouts is right here. Also part of that formation, which I love, is that the 4 Cobras are part of the formation. So they're, because we did free for all, it's meeting engagement for both. And in Team Yankee version 2, they've got to deploy out of loiter until we hear otherwise from Phil Yates. My second formation is a Mech infantry formation, of which you see the M113s there, the infantry there, the CO for the Mech infantry, his track is there. He's right over there in case he's got a spot for anything. Part of this formation is these M106 armored mortars, another unit of tanks, and then here's the other unit of Mech. And in support, I've got the VADs. Hopefully they don't have training rounds this time. And what else is support? Oh, the Fist V. So the spotter is in and amongst here. Right there. So we rolled free for all, as I mentioned, and we are about to begin. We don't know who's going to start yet. Should be an interesting fight, being free for all.
Yep.
Yeah. So remind me again. So I can just ignore. Well, not that I can ignore the Leo 2s, but they're all support, right? That entire formation.
No, it's a formation on its own.
Yes, but is it as allied formation?
Correct.
Then it's all support. I don't have to worry about that being alive.
Correct.
But you've got so much infantry to kill. If I had my Syrians, I might be able to do it. Anyways, we'll catch after turn 1. Well, already, I end up going first. Stupidly underestimated the frontal armor of Leo 2s. So I moved a bunch of M1s up to take pot shots at his Leo 2s, which of course bounced at range. I did take out 2 of his M109s down there. I moved these M113s out to hopefully take free shots at the unarmored Land Rovers, but he made both of his saves. On his turn, he shot back and shockingly only killed one with a bunch of stuff. Unfortunately, the Milans took out 2 here. The CO tank, where did he shoot at? Yes. Yeah, okay. So I think between the Milans and the CO tank, they took out 2 of my M1s over here. Unfortunately, over here is where it was a bit more painful. I end up, well, these are only bailed out, so that's not so bad. But with just straight BS luck. It was BS luck. It was nothing but 6s.
It was Kelly's rolling.
You're right, yeah. I call BS on the wife rolling dice, unless it's in my favor. I did lose a... actually, I didn't lose the platoon. There's still a useless M113 with a 50 cal on it. Because I couldn't mistaken target the shot off of the ITV. Everything else is pretty good to go, except for my morale. So I'm just debating what I'm going to do with my helos, because even if I put my helos down, they're going to get annihilated by the rapiers. So I'm going to have to take the rapiers out first. Unless the rapiers are only 1 shot each. They're 3 shots each. Are they unarmored or armored?
Unarmored.
We'll figure that out. Anyways, I'll see what I do. So continuing onwards, so I moved up. Let's just kind of go back through what happened here. This lone scout M113 with just a 50 cal, motivated to stay in the fight. The 2 that were bailed out remounted. They rolled up here, did absolutely nothing, even at short range. The 2 M1s from here, this one here took a pot shot and shot one of the rapiers. The other one shot the Leo 2 and did absolutely nothing. Over yonder, this actually paid off. I moved 3 M113s that would otherwise be doing nothing. And I was able to bail this guy out. So that meant there's only 2 rapiers to fire back. He did his defensive fire. I actually made, I made one of my saves.
Yep.
And then the M113s just shot and I made my save as well. And then when I fired, I killed 2 and bailed this guy out, but he actually stayed in the fight. He's still going to have to test, but he's by himself. My initial plan was actually to use the Fist V, and this is the perfect angle from here. I was going to drop rounds into here because it's AT4, 2 plus firepower, and these things are only armor 1 all around. But because I'd pulled the roof off of the church, I couldn't actually pull it off. So what I did instead is I ranged in 2 inches, because you can see 2 inches into the wood. So I put my ranged in marker there with the Fist V on the hill. Rolled a 1 on my firepower for the Milan team. Didn't hit any of the M113s. And he bounced the armor save off the top armor of the M109. So this is where our... this is where my turn 1 ends. Yep. And now it's his payback time. Turn 2, yeah. Turn 2. So, we'll see what happens. Sorry, what was that?
Terrible.
So, Scott's turn 2. What did you do? Before you walk away in disgust and shame.
Yeah, so I tried to fire my artillery, but it was crap.
Couldn't range in.
Typical. I couldn't unpin my Milans, but I killed all the targets for them anyway, so they had nothing to shoot at.
Yeah, those are first roll problems for the Milans.
Yeah.
Because you swept
unless I just fire them into... so I moved my Leos around to the flank, killed 3 Abrams.
You moved these lads around.
Yeah, I moved those around.
Here.
They dismounted 1 M113. Woohoo!
I got lucky.
Yeah,
because he was aiming to take out my hammerhead. That's right here.
And the lynxes can't do crap. They're a waste of points. I hate them.
Don't sugarcoat it. Tell us how you really feel.
Over here, my 4 rovers fired.
No, your 4 rovers shot down that.
No, they didn't. My
was
4
it?
rovers.
Oh no, it was your Milans. That's right.
So the 4 rovers fired there.
Could hit the broadside of a barn.
All 2s.
Yeah.
These guys fired. I bailed 1.
Yeah. But
the Milans managed to kill.
I totally forgot that straight out of Battlefield 3.
Yeah.
You can fire these tow missiles at +1 to hit.
Yeah.
And
So
you downed
I
one.
managed to kill her.
Yeah. So that's how turn 2 ends, and we'll see if I can. You did manage to bail one out here from the platoon of 2 that you swept around the end here to give room for your Milans, but in the end you didn't need them. Yeah. All right, so my turn 3. We'll see what's what. So Scott just said that was just as woeful as last time. So our turn, whatever this is. What did I do? I thought I pulled off such an ultimate move. I moved my M113s behind the Land Rover recoillesses, shot at them. Of course, he made all his 4-up saves. And then assaulted... Oh, no, maybe I killed one.
You killed one.
Ooh, big deal. In hindsight, it was a huge big deal that I should have killed more. In the plans of then assaulting these guys, with the thought that I was within minimum range of the Milans, and within minimum range of these guys, but they don't have a minimum range as it turns out. Uh-oh. So in defensive fire, I lost 2. Still went in, of course did nothing. He made his counterattack. I failed my counterattack. He did nothing, so I failed my counterattack. Rolled 1 into here. The other guy had to go this way and was then subsequently killed by the Land Rover. My mortars ranged into the infantry that are stuck in here. I had moved my M1s and killed this small platoon. These guys, the one guy didn't remount. I shot the laser-guided rounds at this platoon of 3 M1s and did jack squat. My VADs, though, did kill the lynxes. And then on his turn, 3 Milans shot and killed the scouts. These guys polished off. I've got 1 M1 left, but it's like, these guys are all dead. I've got 1 M1 left down there. The helos, so I don't know. My trick is I'm hoping to break all of the tanks by killing just that one commander over there. So then I don't have to worry about these guys, thank God. And apart from that, I just got to start pressing into here. So we'll see. So my turn, whatever this is. Why is it more stressful after work than during work? So I moved up these infantry over here to fruitlessly shoot at some of these Land Rover trucks.
Killed one.
I did kill one. Hooray for them.
Don't forget to show them your vest.
Yes, I do have a vest, and that's upcoming shortly from when I got run down by his CO. What else did I do? I cunningly moved my last remaining platoon M1 14 inches over yonder, and then he wasn't within range of the objective. But then I did the old follow me and passed my cross check, so I'm in the cover and contesting. Now he does have to take a test. On my turn, to get rid of all the Leo 2s, all these 3 that are currently dead, all I had to do was knock out that guy there, who was parked down there. And of course I didn't do anything. In return for that, what else did I do? No, the M109 finally ran. I moved infantry up here.
Your
Not
VADs
much else.
killed.
Yeah, my VADs drove up, shot the lynxes. My M113s tried to knock down these guys, who then ran over here and bailed one out. His Leos are now contesting as well, because they just, backed in and then shot up my VADs. So now it all comes down to literally this. Oh yeah, no, the worst is, in hindsight, he should have moved his infantry to contest, but instead, he opted to shoot at my helos. So the Milans took out one, and the infantry took out the other with the reroll. Can't believe it. So one of your guys needs like some sort of anti-air medal. So now, I'm just going to roll a dice here because nothing matters
Other than this.
Other than this. So if he can stay motivated to stay in on the table, I win. What? What were we going to say?
No. Roll.
I'm afraid to.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good.
Game over.
I just want to make sure that I'm not at risk of formation losing. No, he is fine. He's fine. But still.
These part of his formation too, aren't they?
Yes. Well, just for fun, because it's all about platoons, right? So let's see if he would have bagged a platoon. So the helo would have stayed. Oh yeah. See if I remount this guy here, because this is an extra platoon if he doesn't remount. He doesn't remount. Now see if they stay. They do stay on a 4, so at least there's that. But still, man, that was a close game because you would have won. Well, I mean, I could have contested with something, but I was gonna contest with the VADs, but you wiped them out. I would have had to drive the mortars up and over and pass the cross checks.
Yep.
I know you discussed it off camera, but the lynxes.
Yeah, they're gone.
Your thoughts? For the
lynx-
same points you can get.
So I'm going to replace the lynxes with the harriers.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to actually use harriers because I have Australian F111s and they'll pseudo harriers.
Yeah.
Because I'm using an Australian list.
Yeah. Apart from that, I think your list is pretty good.
Yeah, I like
That
it.
the German stuff is just so good. The Milans are unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like they are unreal.
As a formation, the Anzac mechanized infantry formation are good. I mean, even though Land Rovers, a lot of people complain about them, but the fact that there's no armor value, it's just a straight 4-up save for them, has kept them alive.
Yeah, and the scout rule, and I mean, so they self-deployed. Yeah, no, they're good.
Yeah.
I think I wasted too much time chasing these stupid M113s when I should have been going after the beefier stuff, but I don't know. Yeah, this would, like, I was initially advancing with my infantry here. It would have failed if it was M113s, I could have gotten rid of them. I would have gotten behind the Milans and assaulted and killed them all, but it was way better for me to move around here because the mobility, man, the M1, the mobility is just nuts. 14 plus 4.
His last shot there missed.
Oh yeah,
both.
that's true. Yeah, he did.
I needed 5s and
yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Yeah, you did go for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting late, but this is still a fantastic game.
It was good.
Yeah. And I'm going to be switching gears now that so all this stuff plus my M1s, the M1 formation that I had, apart from the A10s, everything has been retouched up. So I'm basically done my Team Yankee army. You finished your Hungarians.
So my Hungarians have finished.
Yeah. And then now you're working on some other things, and then to go back to this.
Yep.
I've got a couple things for my Syrians as well, but that's down the pike. Black Seas is what I'm going to be working on next. Yep. So yeah, thanks again, man.
Thanks,
and
dude. Good game.
yeah, it's great. Cheers.